We join the super legit crew before the show as we get a better idea on the fly. All right. Yes.
Before we start recording, can I give another update on my mustache development? As
you don't want that to be a segment in the show?
It looks groomed.
Oh, it's for the show? Cool.
Let's do it in the show. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let's I'll check in with you real quick on that.
We're really, geez.
Yeah.
I think we could do an amazing show with 4 people, but if you need to...
No, but this is how we make an amazing show with 4 people, Josh Spence.
Again, you haven't read the relationship book. Okay.
All right. If you've got stuff to silence it now.
I love that the 4 of us fucking take time out of our days of being adults to do this shit. I love you guys. Thank you.
Listen, awesome. I've spent so much time today adulting so hard.
Same here. Too much.
They did shit to my teeth. Let's have some fun.
Yeah, I skipped very important fun things in my life to do adult things instead.
I just sound like I went to a Vegas pawn shop. Guys, they did stuff to my teeth. Let's have some fun.
And on that, let's start
That's
the
show. That's the show title. That's the show title.
In 3, 2, 1. It's the Super Legit Podcast, everyone. I am your host, Jarrett Lennon Kaufman, aka Jet, and we have this is probably one of the most intimate shows we've ever had.
Boys' night, boys' night, boys' night.
We have Josh Spence, that voice you just heard chanting. Chanting, is that the right word? Chanting, cheering. Yeah, okay, good.
First in your heart, first on the call sheet. Yeah, we know.
I think host gets first on the call sheet, but we'll see how that works out.
Nah, you should double check.
We've got Chris Compton.
Chanting.
And we've got number 2 on the call sheet.
That's
my co-host, Michael Heiman.
Number 2 in the call sheet, number 2 in the bathroom, number 2 in the bedroom.
Number 2 in my heart.
Yes. Now, but Jet, there's only 4 of us, and we have this whole time. I think I need my full given legal name, Michael Fritz Heiman. I think that's what I need tonight as well.
I think that's fair.
Jarrett Lennon Kaufman.
Oh yes.
I have a question already. What's number 2 in the bedroom?
It's the same.
Oh, you knew deep down exactly what it was, Josh Spence.
I was scared of that, but
let's not do one of these episodes again.
We just
Joe, are you going to introduce our guest Elijah?
He's a little late for Passover, but
Yep, but always there somewhere for us.
Yes.
Right.
By the way, Josh Spence, I do want to compliment you on your mustache journey, and I want to hear the Mustache Report. This is a new feature. I'm sure we'll hear a lot of this feature in the future.
Here we are with the Mustache Report.
There we go. I love it. Just to make sure everybody has the exact full thing.
I'm sorry, I was just laughing at the a cappella group does their impression of a teletype machine.
I was like, it's still growing, guys. Give me a break. It's really, I feel it's interesting talking to Jet and Heiman specifically about this because these guys have full beards.
Yeah.
Full manly beards. And
beards can't lose.
Right? I have this wisp
I can
of
lose.
a Clark Gable mustache. I look like I run a failing deli shop is what I look like.
I think you're getting into some Bob's Burgers territory there.
That's what I was thinking, man. It's really great. I don't know if I shared this on the last time we talked about it during pod recording, but when I went in to get a haircut a few weeks ago when I was first getting this, the hairstylist asked me how the football team I was coaching was doing, which is always a great start. And now I'm still letting it grow. I'm trimming it, and it's coming in thicker and fuller, and I'm looking more and more middle-aged, which is what we're all trying to do here. There are people that I have known at work for years now. They're starting to call me sir, which is weird. Because it was previously nothing or hey you, and now it's sir.
Parts guy. Yeah.
I like the image of them going, nothing. Get over here.
And I was like, oh, yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Then I trip and fall down. And it's very bad.
This sequel to the Never-Ending Story is amazing.
Josh, what I really want to know, though, are your boys going to make steak?
They've already made steak, dude.
It's all the mustache, man. It's the mustache.
Blue chip. We're talking blue chip. Like they're going D1, baby. That's where we're going. D1. Coach Prime has nothing on this stash. Ooh. Honestly, it's coming in pretty good. I haven't been geeked about something in a while besides this podcast. I'm loving it. Loving the stash.
Super. All right, everyone. I think we can get this meeting in order. But I just wanted to stop real quick here and see if you all noticed something a little bit different going on with me today. I know I've been work from home for a while, so some of you may be shocked by the changes you're seeing.
I do notice that you have height, which I was unable to detect when you were working from home. Like when you worked from home, we were all the same height, but now I notice that you and other people have varying sizes of how tall they are.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good observation, Robbins. I like it. I like it, absolutely. And it's a good team observation, too. But I was looking for something specifically unique about me.
Oh, no, I found the elf. I found the elf on the shelf. That's great. It's third to the right next to the blue collar humor book is what we'll call it. But yes, I found the elf on the shelf, yes.
Okay, yeah, no, not what I was going for. I did bring that into the office with me, though, and threw that up on the bookshelf.
But to be sure, I did find the elf on the shelf. Even if that wasn't what you meant, I did find it.
Yeah, Johnson, you did indeed find the elf on the shelf. Points to you.
Are we talking about your full torso, legs and arms that we also all have and can see now?
I'm sorry, did somebody hear something? I didn't. I think nobody just spoke. Was that nobody?
What?
Did nobody just speak? I think that was nobody, wasn't it?
I'll go refill the coffee.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm talking about the mullet, everyone. I'm talking about the mullet. And I'm disappointed in all of you and your lack of attention to detail that nobody noticed the effort I put into this mullet.
I'm sorry. I feel like I would have noticed it, but you're standing in front of that picture of our entire Alabama sales team, and so it's honestly it's like your skull sort of like disappears at the hairline, and it's like you've just camouflaged in with that picture behind you.
It looks like one of those 3D pictures from the 90s. Well, yes, this is very...
I guess it's not helping that I went kind of mega mullet, so it's not so much short in the front as it is fully clean shaven in the front and party in the rear. But I was going for basically Bezos in the front, party in the rear. Thinking billionaire status here at this point. Because again, this company is going to the top. And I want to demonstrate that from the front. But I want from the back to remind everyone that I'm still one of you, down for some drinks afterwards.
Right. Question. You've been
Johnson, what's
emailing us. You've been emailing us progress reports on this. So do you want us to act like this is new news? Because if you want us to act like it's new news, we'll act like it's new news. But
I mean, a progress
also
report...
follow-up question.
Okay. No, please. Go right ahead, Johnson.
How long are we going to keep addressing Phillips as nobody? Like, are you guys
I don't know who Phillips is. I don't know who this Phillips is. Okay. I do know who nobody is.
Okay. We're not there yet. Okay.
Okay. There is a big difference between me sending you the regular status updates and you seeing it in person. And I feel like when someone puts this kind of effort into a thing, you got to acknowledge it, right? Right? I mean, you guys all want to be acknowledged for your accomplishments, don't you? It's a two-way street.
Solid work.
So,
for sure.
Can we consider it is Robbins, finally accomplished now? Because I have another 1,500 copies of the Mullet newsletter that you've been putting out. Do I need to send those out still, or are we still monitoring progress?
Let me ask you this in response, Robbins. Are we ever done growing as a company?
This is a trick question. We are not a company.
Right? Someone else found the elf on the
Up
shelf.
here.
That's what I'm
Hey,
talking
nobody,
about.
up high.
Right here. Hey.
Oh, hey.
Coffee's ready. It's all good in there.
Oh, wow.
Fresh.
This coffee just floated into the office all on its own, like magic. I'd be
Okay,
impressed if that
boss
didn't
man.
give credit to someone who doesn't deserve it.
Okay, boss man. At one point, I think it's better if you guys just kind of get clear the air. Do you want to share what happened between you and Phillips? Like, what happened?
I think nobody knows what he said about about my mullet project. Hey, Phillips. So I got this great idea I want to try out. I'm going to go full mullet.
Yeah? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
Going to commit to it.
But I'm like the mullet guy. I'm already the mullet guy.
Phillips, I get that you're now like the number 2 in command, and that's fine. I should have been number 2, but you're number 2. So, like, I'm still, for the betterment of the office, I just want you to know, as the number 2, you might want to agree with number 1 no matter what. I'm just telling you, because if you don't, he gets real sensitive about the stupidest shit. I'm just letting you know.
Okay, but, I can't just be like a yes man my whole life.
I'm just saying, go back to a normal haircut. I'm going to be mullet guy now.
I had this mullet since I was 16. That's... My dad took me to his barber when he...
Son, hold my hand.
Yes, Dad.
Hold my hand.
Yes, Pappy. Yeah, Daddy.
Just do...
Daddy,
just
Pappy,
do one
Daddy.
thing.
Daddy, Pappy.
Do two things for Papa.
Yes, Papa, Daddy,
Two
Pappy,
things.
Papa, Pappy.
Always listen to Screaming for Vengeance by Judas Priest. Please.
Scream for vengeance forever, Papa, Daddy, Pappy.
And 2, keep that mullet. It's the only thing our family is known for. Honor me into death.
Forever, Daddy, Papa, Pappy.
So yeah, at this point, it's the mullet, or I stopped recognizing you as a human being. So pick carefully, Phillips.
My humanity or my family?
I'm also gonna have to ask you to remove the cat from the office too.
It was my dad's. It's the only thing he loved.
Oh, I'm back. I got one more thing.
I was wondering what you were going to do with the cat.
Just see Chris Compton give me the thumbs up on that.
Yeah. Oh, I was like, we knew the dad.
That's
was
going to the diet.
The cat CPR had to be done here.
Oh my goodness. So we started talking about mustaches, but
We did,
I
yes.
think this is I want to broach it to you guys. I guess this is what the show's going to be about. Thank God. I want to know, as guys who can grow it out. I can't. This is as best as I can do. How proud are you of your beards, and why will you never shave them off?
Well, that's actually funny for me because I want to shave mine so bad. I want to shave so badly, and like right. It wasn't until like, I don't know, in the last 10 years, I was in my 30s before I could really grow good shape facial hair.
Brag.
I think like 10,
really?
Yeah. It was like 10 years ago. I like grew it out and shaved and like had a little bit of a mustache once. And the first time I ever like had enough of a mustache to shave a beard and just have a mustache. And it was the first time I looked in the mirror and saw my father.
Whoa.
My dad has had a mustache my entire life. I think the only photo I've ever seen of him without any facial hair is from when he was in high school. He has had a full mustache, his wedding photos, full mustache, full beard. My entire life. My dad, full thick facial hair. I grew this during our lockdown when I decided to shave my head and completely like go clean, and then just grew it out of then the laziness of letting everything grow. And
attaboy.
And then was lucky enough with this long hair and beard to sign with a commercial agent who's like, I like this look. You could work with this, get headshots. Like, great. Now I'm professionally obligated to keep it. Yes. And I really just miss Oh, a real nice close shave. I love that so much. And I haven't had that in 4 years.
I do like the idea of somebody complimenting you on your mustache and you going, "It's for work." But I know like with your dad, because my dad had a mustache like his entire, like there's pictures of him when he's a kid look like someone completely different, and then when he was in his late 60s he got remarried, and his wife was not a fan of the mustache, which was like, like I bought the SUV, but does it have to be so roomy? Like, this is what you buy. But he shaved his mustache, and it was like you realize that there was a part of his skin that had not seen the sun in like 50 years, and so like it was the most freakish, like his whole, he's like an old dad who doesn't believe in suntan lotion, like, kind of generation of dad. And so like, it's just a different texture. It's like bright white gleaming, like, oh man, it was the most terrifying thing any of us had ever seen. I get the, I get the terror of a shaven dad. Chopin.
Look, I understand it was awkward about what happened, especially considering it was office picture day, but I feel that shaving me off is a step that we don't need to examine at this point.
Look, rules are rules, man. If it's office picture day, you gotta shave. Entire body shave. That's a rule.
Look.
Our theme this year is swimmers.
I know, but like I like it here. It's cozy. I got a nice spot. Real estate is everything. Don't you? I'm right below the nose, right above the lip. It's like I get Grubhub and air conditioning at the same time. It's fantastic.
Well, guess what? Some of us have not been so lucky. All right, like you got good real estate.
He's talking about me.
You wanna?
It's not alopecia. Like honestly, at that point, I'd have like an identity that I could put around it and say, I have a story, and I'd be able to talk about the hardships I went through. It's just like all I have is these 3 hairs on my chin that grow in, and that's it. And they're wiry too, which makes them actually really hard to shave. Like I have to use an industrial grade razor to remove these. I can't even pluck. I've tried plucking them. It hurts like hell. They are embedded in there, and that's it. It's just the 3, and they're not even in a line. Like it's not even say like an Orion's belt kind of configuration or something. We can go, oh, that's a nice pattern or something. No, there's 2 over here and then 1 up over here. It's ridiculous, and that's and no other facial hair.
So here's what I'm saying, Dave. 48 years old. We really don't work in rebellion anymore. Okay, we're not the skate punks we used to be.
I got kicked out of the rebellion department.
It's true.
See?
It's true.
Yeah.
What's a bigger sign of defiance on office picture day than keeping your buddy the mustache?
Give me a minute. Let me think about that one. I'm sure I can come up with something better.
We could burn
graffiti?
the building down.
Oh, wow.
See?
That escalated quickly.
Now we're yes-handing each other. Don't listen to this other guy here. You and me, we got this, buddy. We can keep this going, okay? Right? And like
I thought I went pretty far with graffiti there, honestly. I thought that was a pretty reasonable jump. It seems way less likely to get you in prison. I don't know.
With all due respect to that,
like that's imprisonable, right? Yeah.
Graffiti sounds fun, but you know what else is fun? It's like when it's like remember when it's like 2:30 and you're getting a little bit hungry and you want to get up from your seat to get out a snack, but you don't. But you shouldn't. And then all of a sudden, boom! I have a little crumb from the sugar donut that you had earlier. Boom! It's right. I'm there for you. I'm always helping you.
I keep Trader Joe's snacks in my drawer for that purpose. I go to Trader Joe's once a week and I buy a few bagged snacks. I try to get the ones that have the Ziploc. Well, it's not Ziploc. That's a brand name. But you know what I'm talking about, like the zippered top. That way they stay. They don't get all ruined over the week. And I keep those in there.
We've gotten some serious complaints about you doing Trader Joe's product placement at the office. It's become clear to many of your coworkers that you seem to be getting some sort of sponsorship for your near continual mention of the quality of Trader Joe's products.
I'm just saying that the spicy lentil wrap is way better than it has any right to be, considering it's only $4.49.
Look, this is HR. You can't continue to do the behavior in the meeting. All right?
Okay. I
all right, if the guy ahead of you had pinched my butt while I was having the conversation with him, that would have been the last straw, okay? Show me some respect, right?
I apologize. Would you like an off-brand Altoid? They're actually curiously stronger than Altoids.
I know you think I just pinched your bottom, but there truly was a mosquito. Please, somebody can. Look, we live in a bad area. I have a thing about mosquitoes. I accept what I did, but I don't want you to think I did it for the wrong reason, sir.
I got into HR because it was supposed to be a difficult job, and you are ruining that. This is just the clearest, simplest. Like, it's human resources. It should be complex,
right,
and messy and confusing.
Right.
But this
100%.
is like what's one less than a binary decision? Like, I have a light switch that just has one side, and it says no.
Decision? No? Okay, sorry.
Unitarian?
I think it's unitary. Yeah, let's go with unitary. It's a Unitarian decision. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. You can't say Unitarian. Sorry, I'm going to have to write myself up for that. Look, the point...
It's okay. It's between us.
Just don't make this so easy. Like, didn't you have an RA in college? Like, you just don't drink in front of it, right?
I just want to say, sir, if I'm doing this right, that despite how supple yet firm and perfect curvature that your posterior may have been, that I was pinching the right butt cheek, clearly for the mosquito in your health, not because I wanted to. I would kiss it otherwise. Did I say that right?
Like, in no way did you say that. Like, I mean, like, as unright as
I'm not
you
getting
possibly
this
have done. I mean, like, have you considered?
I made a Unitarian decision here.
Oh, go for the okay. Look. If you're going to sexually harass somebody, please don't do it while mentioning religion. Like, at some point, you're gonna. If you played Pac-Man, like, at some point, you're gonna come back around the other side of the field. What do they call it?
Heyo.
Layer.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. Yeah, you reach around to the other side.
Okay.
Yeah. This guy, Pac-Man, just got more interesting.
So imagine in Batman, if the Joker, his crimes involved coming up to Batman, murdering somebody in front of them, and then putting his own handcuffs on and carrying himself to Arkham Asylum.
No, I hear what you're saying. Okay.
This is the level of supervillainy you've hit. And do you know how boring that would be for Batman?
I've taken all the fun away from you, Bats! Look, I brought my own cuffs! And I brought my own paddy wagon! And my own drivers! And they've got a GPS direction straight to Arkham Asylum! What are you gonna do now, Batsy?
I'm gonna take you back to Arkham Asylum, where you belong.
Oh, but my drivers have already handled that task. You are superfluous, Batman!
Oh, wait. So you're good? I don't need to take care of you? Because there's like 20 other guys that are causing havoc out there. If I don't have to think about you, that'd be pretty great right now.
What? You have others to think about?
You've got this handled? You're like totally good? Cause I've got a literal giant bat flying around, and some guy spraying fear gas everywhere. So I'm gonna go take care of that. You're just gonna lock yourself back up? You're good jokes? Yeah? Yeah?
Oh dear, I didn't think this one through.
Listen, thank you so much. I'm a busy Batman. The night isn't that long. And listen, we're past the equinox. Nights are getting shorter. Just gotta get out to it, I only have so much time in the evening.
Will you think of me at least?
Yeah, if I could think of you not at all, that'd be so great.
I'll be thinking of you.
Okay.
Well, all this Batman talk's really got me going. Why don't I take you to my Unitarian church and not sexually harass you there?
I am so glad they installed that trapdoor under that chair.
Legit.
Oh man.
Oh god.
It's that kind of episode.
I like passive aggressive busy Batman.
Yes. Yeah. Just got so much shit to do.
I mean, there's a lot of villains. I mean,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's busy no matter what.
Yeah.
I mean, there are plenty of escapades that never touch on the Joker, so he is set.
Those Arkham games really like get it right. It's like,
Yeah.
how does he figure out how to do it? There's so many. There's so many all trying to do. He's like, and he's tired at the end. His suit is falling off. He's barely alive. Like, yeah.
Can you imagine how many night planners Batman goes through?
Oh
It's
my
gotta
God.
be ridiculous.
Super.
Okay, guys, I think we're doing a really good part of the design, and I just want to say, like, thank you for letting me be a part of the whole Batman design unit. I'm just saying, though, for extra downloadable content, maybe we just, have a Batman without his suit. See what that looks like.
You mean like Bruce Wayne? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean, Philip. Yeah, let's have Bruce Wayne. No, let's see Batman After Dark, guys. Come on.
Well, we always see
Wait,
Batman After
yeah.
Dark. During the day, he's usually
Yeah.
as Bruce Wayne. But
It would
he comes
actually
out
be
at night.
Just
Yeah.
pretty jarring to see Batman during the day.
I mean,
Yeah,
guys,
honestly, the
like-
glint of the sun off of his suit, and it just doesn't have the same
Yeah, you'd
effect.
see all the seams and everything. Like, yeah.
It would
so-
put the reality of the fact that there's a man in a bat suit into the harsh light of day in just a weird way that I don't think we would want to see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And can you imagine how hot that would be in the sun? Because like that color absorbs heat.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, it's dark.
Oh, so uncomfortable.
dark.
Yeah, and the bat sweat. Ugh.
That's not what I meant. And you know what I was going. Ever since we stopped calling Phillips Nobody and we gave him his name back,
And we
I feel-
remembered what we did for work.
yeah, I feel that I'm being targeted now.
I mean, you're the one coming up with the ideas here right now, and then we're working our way through them. And
Yeah.
we're seeing issues. We got to call out the issues.
I think you're being obtuse on purpose. Okay, like when I said let's see Batman After Dark, and you're like, well, it's always dark. You're like that kid who, when I ask, can you pass the ketchup? They're like, I said I could, not that I would. Like, let's see Batman's dark side. Come on, we can design.
I feel like
this.
we
He is
usually
the
see
dark
his dark
side. He's
side.
Bruce Wayne's dark
Yeah.
side.
I mean,
That's
this
the
is a guy
whole-
who watched his parents get murdered in an alley over and over and over again throughout many properties over the course of decades.
Yeah.
And relives that in his head all the time. That it's all dark side with him.
Yeah, he's sort of like a portrait of the id of one
Yeah.
man.
Nobody else wants to say it. I'll say it.
Okay.
Please.
Don't you guys want to see what's under his cowl? Like,
Bruce
we
Wayne.
see it in the Bruce Wayne sequences, right?
Fine.
Yeah. He takes
I-
off the cowl
I
and
want-
it's just
And it's not like it's
got it.
solid. Like you can see through.
Yeah.
Like you see his eyes,
Yeah.
his
And
mouth.
we all know, we all know Batman's the real man, and Bruce Wayne is in fact the cowl underneath it anyway.
Yeah.
So like the metaphor of it, like I don't know why we're,
Yeah.
we're even going over this anymore. It's like it's not as interesting.
you know what? Okay, I guess it's me. I guess I'm the only one who wants to see Batman naked.
Oh, you want to see his bat hole?
Oh.
Yeah, the other Batcave.
Why weren't you just be more direct with us?
This is
You guys are-
this isn't Marvel.
Yeah.
This is DC, all right?
Yeah.
Direct
yeah.
comics. We do
Oh,
not
okay.
believe in
Okay.
subtext at all.
Yeah.
Do you see like that last issue of Batman that we had? It's called Batman Continuing Parent Issues. Like there you go. Like we're not trying to
Right.
hide-
Okay.
hide our meaning
I'm
under
new.
a
I'm
bushel.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Listen.
Okay. I just.
Everyone's mom's name is Martha.
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
The,
Like subtlety is not a thing we do
Yeah.
here. There's literally we've got Batman, and then one of his villains is Man Bat.
Right.
Like it's there's
Come on.
we don't
Okay.
really.
Yeah.
it's-
No.
Yeah.
That's
Superman
my
lives
fault.
in a city called Metropolis. That's like him living in Cityville.
Come on, just be direct with us.
Yeah.
You want to see the bat junk. You
Yeah.
want to see let's see the bat nipples directly as opposed to on the suit because
Yeah.
that
Right.
that got laughs. Let's just be direct about it.
How bleached do you want his sphincter to be?
Right. Yes. Let's get specific here.
Yeah,
Or should it be? Because again, he's the Dark Knight.
it's true.
Oh, yeah. Legit.
That probably was at least a good place to end, if not way sooner.
I like that there's a contemplative, oh, yeah. Like in my head, that was the legit. That what you guys heard was real-time processing of find the end.
Oh, we're already there. I think we could have legited Bat-Hole.
Now, are there any superheroes with facial hair?
Ooh, that is a solid question.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
I bet
Does the
some
Beast
versions of
count?
the Punisher.
The Beast is all hair.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, like,
Yeah.
Now it would be cool if the Beast's version of facial hair was just shaving his face while leaving the rest of his body covered with hair.
I'm looking this up right now.
Are we all doing this?
Oh, well, Iron Man. Yeah, Tony Stark has he's got the goatee and whatnot.
Oh, okay, all right.
Thor. It's like current most current Thors.
Right.
Yeah, Aquaman. At least the some versions, including the current one.
Jason Momoa Aquaman.
Yes.
Yeah.
I fell into a different hole.
Wolverine,
there.
frequently has at least
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I feel like stubble is its own thing, but yeah.
Captain America, at least in Infinity War, had that thick beard that he showed up with.
Yeah.
So those are a few. So yeah, they're around.
Speaking of superheroes,
I do think it makes it harder to put a mask over.
I know that. Like, I'm trying to
the full mask.
Picture the mask with a mustache, sort of like squeezing out of the sides.
Yeah. I also think if you've got just say the classic eye covering Robin or some of them have, and you've got a really distinctive beard anyway, it really destroys any chance you had of covering up your identity.
Yeah. Or if the flip side,
he
designs a beard to go with a costume, then doesn't really sell on the secret identity. Like if you have like an R carved into your beard, then it's like kind of
right. Joker goes, Bruce, I knew it was you. Like we saw it.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to ask you though, Jet. Like now that you have this full beard, and you've had it for a little while now.
Yeah.
Like how much do you identify the beard as like part of your?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Not part of your personality, but as part of your identity is the word I was looking for.
I do have a lot of thoughts on that, and let's hear about them after the commercial break.
Ooh. Oh, that's a professional move.
Well, segue.
Thank you. Yeah,
y'all don't have to pay for that shit. That was for free.
So who's our sponsor on this week's episode, Michael Heiman?
You'll just have to listen. Coming this fall on Netflix, an American hero for the new generation, the Gen Z biography of George Washington. He's a solid dude, and probably not that racist for the time. George Washington, the founding daddy of America. He was tenacious against the British with super cool teeth. He was like, you know what, bros? We should have our own country. And it'd be cool if there were no kings. That's right, and you know what? There are so many things named after him. Plus, look at what super old actress is playing Martha Washington. Callback, Terry Hatcher! In so many ways, that's a callback. Terry Hatcher, starring on Netflix this fall in the super hip, totally not chuggy biopic of George Washington. He's coming.
I've already heard season 2 has already been picked up. Once they know they got something on their hands, they go with it. X-Men 97 and now
for
this.
Fun. Yes.
Oh my god, X-Men 97. Oh my god.
Chuggy.
That's its own topic.
Chuggy, that's totally slang that they use. That's actual
Z slang?
That's actual Gen Z slang.
I wouldn't know what with having this luxurious zennial beard that I've got.
Shut up. No,
can I
you
be
do
honest?
not know. I hate. Do not. You are either Gen Z or you either millennial. That is bullshit.
Oh, I'm not Gen
Right.
Z.
Yeah,
you're Gen X or millennial.
Yeah, you're X.
Sorry, meant X. I meant X. I meant X. That's what I meant.
Yeah,
That's right.
but
no,
maybe
don't throw this.
Sub.
Don't throw this fucking zillennial thing, because that is.
Jet is like, you gotta give him credit. Jet is part millennial and part xenophobe. Like, that's always been
Sorry, I get a bit on a soapbox of for in anger at my fellow elder millennials who want so badly to not be identified with younger millennials because of how because we, as a millennial, our generation saw the most rapid change, most change within the generation.
Yeah,
like that's
why they gave it its special subsection.
But it doesn't need. It doesn't. It just is varied, but it's not. It is not different. I mean, it is changed, but you're still that generation. Yeah, I just have a pet peeve of that.
Clearly,
that's it. Yes, yes. It was like you hit my funny bone.
Yeah.
Well, part of the problem is that, like,
I love hearing you this passionate
because I'm in the same boat as Jet is. Like, I'm in the very tail end of Gen X, but like Gen X is the last generation in which the year span of who was in that generation was an appreciably long amount of time. The difference between millennial and Gen Z is like 10 years versus like Gen X is like people are born in like 1960 to like 1984.
Yeah, they feel like they've tightened up.
And so, my biggest problem is with Gen Z is the name Gen X is like is naming a generation of like where generation names are supposed to come from, which is old Billy Idol bands. Gen Z is then just taking that and pretending that there was something else. Like, there's not like Billy Idol's grandson started a band.
I also think if we're gonna go Gen Z, if we're gonna do that, okay, great, Gen Z. But I do think the next one should be Gen AA. Like, let's go Google Sheets with this, okay? And then AB, and then AC, and just keep moving forward. But
we hear your youth by going to Google Sheets instead of Excel. So good work there.
Yeah, man. I can't. You know what? We'll have to talk about that. I hate doing work on Excel. It's the worst.
I thought they should just go batteries. So AA, AAA,
quadruple
BC,
A, Pony League, Colt. Yeah.
Car.
Super. Mr. Heiman, when we hit your funny bone, can you replicate that sound again? I'm gonna hit it on 3 and just react how you did before. Okay, 1, 2, bing.
You're still a millennial. It doesn't matter if you're that old.
Legit. Point of emphasis, guys. I just wanted to re-emphasize that. Let me ask you though. Yeah, please send it to me too. I need that. That'll be great. Why did you decide to grow out the beard, man? Because it looks, first of all, it looks great on you, honestly. But what fostered that decision?
So the beard was a multi-stage process. Seriously. So over the years,
Kevin Feige, watch out.
From my youth, it was like, when I was a kid as an actor, it was like everything, was kept clean shaven because I had to play like high school roles and everything and so on.
Wait, I'm sorry. You're saying you couldn't get jobs as a youth because of your full grown beard and they wanted you clean shaven? There, Mr. Kaufman, I'm sorry, but your beard is
old Gabby Kaufman.
I did again from the old reference have to get past that one producer who said it was like talking to a fucking 40-year-old when I was 13 reading for them. So the first, as the acting started to dry up and like as I was doing other things, the first move was just adding the lower goatee, so just the chin hair, and that was mainly just because I don't have much of a chin. Like if you look at me from the side profile and I am clean shaven, I don't have like the attractive jock chin or the square chin. Like even when I had a stylist as a kid, because that was the thing. Like as a teenager, is like I had a professional stylist do my hair and give me a look with frosting and everything.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Side pivot is
Please.
that. I'm gonna whisper because that makes it better. Is the stylist the one who gave you the goth pictures when you went all 9 Inch Nails?
No, that was for the Martin Short show. That was the makeup and hair stylist on that one job.
Okay, cut back. I'm sorry. Keep going.
Yep. Yep. So first was just that to kind of cover up the chin and add some definition there, and it worked. It did the job really well. But at that point, I was like, I don't want to do a mustache. But then I started looking at what was called the Van Dyke, which is like the mustache that then goes into the goatee, and I was like, I kind of like that look. Maybe I'll try it and just see if it works. And so I let the mustache grow in and work its way into the goatee. And it worked for me. I kind of liked the look, and I stuck with that. And that was the main style I had for many years, was the Van Dyke. And then I cut myself shaving really badly one day in a section of the rest of my facial hair. And I was like, I can't do anything with this for a while. I can't shave over this scab. Like, this is going to be really bad. So the only alternative I had was make it look intentional, like I was growing in the hair. So I picked the jawline as my ending point for the hair and shaved underneath that, so it looked like it was precise, but that way the hair would cover up the scab while it healed. And so I let that grow in, not as thick as the goatee, so I'd have a layered thing of the thick Van Dyke or the thick goatee, thinner facial hair on the rest that was carefully chiseled. And then once I let that grow in enough that it covered things up, I was like, oh, I actually kind of like this look. Yeah. And then the last thing I did, which isn't showing right now because I had to kind of trim it for an audition, but I let the goatee go pointy in a kind of I wanted the evil villain kind of look of the pointy goatee. I just really dug it. And I did it as an experiment. And then I liked it, but I figured it was silly, and I cut it back again. And Sarah, my wife, was like, why'd you get rid of the evil villain goatee? I really like that. So
that's how you two are made for each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. I that's the thing I love about you, Jet. You're like, how can I look evil? Like,
right. Yeah.
What do I need to do evil here?
It is funny, though, because once I got all of that in place, and you talk about like the identity aspect of it and how much of a part of my identity is it. Like years ago, if any audition would be like, are you willing to shave your beard? I'd be like, yeah, of course. What do I care? What does it matter? I would hesitate now. I would still probably do it because, I would love to do some acting work, and if that's what it's going to take, so be it. But I really actually do identify with this look so much more that I don't feel like I'd recognize myself in the mirror without it. And honestly, I've never been a person who's like a heavy self-confidence in any way, especially about appearance.
Nor should you.
This is the first time in my life that I've actually liked the way I look.
Oh,
and
that's
so
good,
that kind of matters to me. It's like I actually like the way I look thanks to this, and so I don't want to fuck with that.
Super!
Listen, Mr. Mustache, baby, I'm your agent. I'm trying to get you work, but it's not the 80s anymore. It's not like I can book you on Magnum PI. You can't have that co-starring role anymore. Things have changed. We're like 30 years past that. That's how old my reference points are. Like, I hate to ask you this, but have you considered maybe going Van Dyke?
Yeah, Dick Van Dyke? You want me to copy his
No. Look, baby, if I can put you in a comedy, I would put you in a comedy like that.
I would love that.
I heard there was a thing for George Washington that you'd be great for, but you lost out.
I don't know. Do you think I can pull off a pratfall like he can? I mean, that guy is a master.
I think you can, but the thing is, I can't get you into those rooms because you just have the mustache. You're just the one bar of hair. I need to get you to go down and around.
Well, I could do the curls. Sometimes I grow out the sides and I do the twisty, the Pringles curls.
Look, if you want to do handlebar mustache, baby, like we can.
Yeah, I could do that.
You're going to be typecast. Like, if you want to be Michael Richards of mustache, you can. But like,
wait, what? No. I do not want to go down that road.
Okay, I'll just say that for everything to get what I want. Okay, so I need you to grow a Van Dyke. I need you to go down and around. I need you to cover the chin for, the actors who can't,
Are you... Well, hold on a minute here, because Are you saying you don't like my chin? Because I thought I had a pretty nice chin there.
This isn't about what I personally think about you being disgusting. This is what I think about you getting work. And if it's you getting work, I think you need to grow what you have to go down and around and cover that negative ball sack of a chin.
Negative ball sack. I've always seen those as a positive. I mean, people usually like ball sacks.
Look, as CAA's HR lead, you're supposed to make my job difficult, right? Like, I got into HR in the entertainment industry because I never wanted to rest. I wanted to be working 24 hours a day, chasing down the worst, most devious people imaginable. and you are like a Fisher Price My First Sexual Harassment suit.
Right. Look, Mr. HR man, baby, I'm trying to keep you in work here, okay?
I mean,
you like to work?
Like, even
you like to
calling
work?
me baby.
I like to. Are you not a baby?
No.
Were you?
No, I am not a baby. I am an adult, male, human being. You can tell I'm not a baby because I am not currently wearing a diaper.
I think you saying that disrespects the adults who do wear diapers, baby. No, were you at one point an adult baby who was at one point previously a baby? Baby.
But he was a baby or he was a baby because everyone was previously a baby.
That's who I'm talking to, baby. I'm talking
Athena.
to the previous you. I'm trying to get you work, HR man. Why are you trying to give me a hard time?
I have a job. I'm the head of HR at CAA, a major multinational agency.
And yet we keep bumping into each other. I wonder what that means.
Yes, because we
Mr.
work
HR man.
here. We both work here, and I have to keep calling you in because you are just like you're not even like people aren't even scared of you. They're just like, oh, this again.
Do you not like it?
Of course not. You know why? Because I am literally anyone.
All right, you're talking to me about my mustache being decades out of date, but can we talk about your general attitudes? I mean, you're calling people baby, the sexual harassment. This stuff flew sort of like 50 years ago. You know, you're in the 70s and it's like this was the standard and people were like, it wasn't good, but they all accepted it. But come on. You don't have really a leg to stand on talking to me about my mustache. I mean, that is really the only part of me that looks like it fits that stereotype. I know how to treat people, and it's not like this.
You know what? That's fine. We're going to go in another direction.
Okay,
You don't want a job. You don't want a job. You don't want to be called baby. You don't want to feel important. You don't want to be put in a big Oscar campaign to get you awards. And
wow,
that's fine. We'll go in another
It's
direction.
like to be on the couch.
And the winner for Best Actor in a Major Motion Picture, Mr. Mustache. Mr. Mustache.
Hello. This is an incredible honor. I didn't expect to be here. But I'm going to use this opportunity to call out some of the executives who make life so difficult for each and every one of you out there. We all have to make some compromises to get seen, to get work. And that's it. And that's... No, you better shut that down right now. I'm gonna name names. Who's cutting my microphone? Don't cut my microphone!
Legit.
I got to tell you though, honestly, if we are talking about the look, I think you doing this. I mean, it looks so good. Like it's weird in the fact that I've always loved and respected you. That's never been without question. But like, since you've grown the beard, I almost by default in my eyes go, he has a beard. He's more sage than I am. I'm going to throw all my questions at this guy and he's going to give me the knowledge I need that's going to sort out my life. And by that, I'm talking about Michael Heiman, not you, Jake.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. That's, absolutely.
Actually, I will say the moment for me where I actually recognized that I was all right with the beard game was when we were hanging out with Neil Gargiulo in the IO West bar, and he commented on how clean my facial hair game always was and how neat and tidy it was. And at that point, I had thought I was just like throwing all abandon to the wind. And like, that's a man who had really nice facial hair. And like, it was game recognized game moment. It's like, oh, I have game.
Neil Gargiulo is an internationally recognized facial hair connoisseur.
That's right. Yes.
If you have a subscription,
no introduction on this podcast.
Yeah, if you have a subscription to Beard Aficionado magazine, it's always
he
Neil
runs Italy, guys. Runs it.
Now,
Compton,
runs Beard Town.
Yeah,
Neil
yeah.
runs Beard Town.
Beard
Compton, let me ask you.
Town.
You're squeaky clean, buddy. Like.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like,
And I'm so jealous.
I'm listening to
Have your face, Compton.
Like, I mean, the thing is, like, if I try to grow facial hair, it's not that I haven't tried, but like, if I try to grow a mustache,
that's a follow-up.
Somebody immediately walks up and hands me a dip cup, a Greyhound ticket, and a restraining order. Like, I just go like straight to Carney. Like, do not press pass go. Like,
hey there, man.
Like my casting, like I'm on Cops like that. Like, there's no like
Cops Daytona Beach.
yeah. Oh man, I remember when I was in the hospital, and I like didn't shave for a long time because I was in the hospital for like, a few weeks, and I was like, "Oh, this is my chance to finally grow facial hair." It cost me several brain surgeries and $1 million of debt, but guess what? I've finally grown. Oh God! So yeah, it was like, I mean, it definitely, like you could see it on the EKG. Like, let me get that mirror a bit. Boop.
So I have to ask, what was the worst thing you tried, and how bad did it look for this audio podcast?
Like I've tried beard at one point, and like it was like, you know, give that a week, and you're like, oh, okay, this is not. This looked like an Agent Orange forest. And then I want to say I tried a mustache once, but gave up very quick because it's just like patchy and gross.
You know, dude, I know.
It's like discovering that I was a burn victim as a child.
Right.
Like, oh, well, who knew?
I equate it to like trying to like that part in Castaway where like he's trying to escape the island, and he just has, once he overcomes that big wave and then he's out into the ocean, he'll be fine. And like it's for the longest time I would shave it right at that wave and it would knock me out. And I feel like it's finally growing in spots, and it's doing this. I feel like I finally hit that crest wave. I'm excited to see what happens the rest of the year.
Super!
Josh, it's been a year. Where have you been? The last moment we saw you, stepped out, you got on that plane, and then, what is that thing on your face?
Oh my god! Is that a? I don't even know how to describe it.
It's like a caterpillar that's ashamed of being a caterpillar.
Josh, I got to tell you, this thing that's on your face, it looks like it looks like a candy mold of what a worm should be, and you forgot to eat it, and it's stuck on your upper lip.
I was gonna say, you know how like when you leave a Snickers bar out in the kitchen, but like you leave the heat on the stove a little too long, and you leave the windows closed, and it's summer, and you open it up, and it's just a melty blob inside of that wrapper, and you're like, I really want a Snickers bar, but this is gross. And then someone just shoved that on your face. Like, that's what it looks like.
Have you seen what 100-gram bar looks like before you eat it? With all the little crispy rice that's mold on top of it?
Yeah. It looks like, you know, those Dove ice cream bars where it's like chocolate on the outside and vanilla on the inside. Yeah, it looks like somebody took one of those and then slapped you twice in the face to start a duel.
You know how when you fall in the mud and, you know, you fall face down in it and you just get your face just covered with just this gross brown mud. It looks like somebody who did that then just kissed you all over your upper lip.
Look, man, I'm trying to tell you, and I'm saying this as your fucking friend here. You know how when you a kid and you dress up as an adult for Halloween and you put the permanent marker and you draw in a big ol' Groucho Marx-esque grease mustache, but not as cool.
Yeah,
definitely not as cool.
It looks like you sneezed during a sandstorm. And then, just kind of all over your lip, like where the sand stuck.
It looks like you were having some kind of unspecific medical problem during the Middle Ages, and they felt that bloodletting was the best solution, and the only place that they put the leeches was directly under your nose.
Guys, I thought this was just going to be some light conversation before we started recording the podcast, and I see how you guys truly feel about my mustache. So I'm not mad at you for giving me your honest feedback, because I know you guys love and respect me and treat me as the true co-host of the show, even though you won't admit it. But I will take that feedback, and I'll just shave it. You could have just said it didn't work, but thank you. And legit.
I'm sorry, I missed all that. I was
that.
staring at the mustache. I'm sorry.
I was distracted.
Yeah, shut up, Mike. I'm Josh, and I'm going to tell you what happened with my mustache right now. And you guys are going to feel like shit, because you know what? I was dog sitting for a friend, and I was walking the dogs, and then two guys fucking mugged me, and they beat me up, and they let the dogs loose, but they'd already shit, and they took the shit, they rubbed it all over my clean-shaven upper lip, and shoved my face in the dog shit, and then took my wallet and ran away, and I was walking up to you guys at the barbecue so I could go and use a bathroom to clean myself up, and then call my friend whose dog just got stolen, but you guys just had to do your fucking mustache bits the whole time. I'm Josh Spence!
Legit.
Yep. And I think on bringing the show around to having shit on someone's face.
No call back? Okay, fine.
I was going to say, I am glad we finally got Josh on the show.
And that is how we bring an episode of the Super Legit Podcast to a close. Michael Heiman, please do your thing.
Thank you as always to Matt Walker for intro and outro music. This episode was hosted by Jet Kaufman, edited by Jet Kaufman, Chris Sanders, and co-hosted by me, Michael Heiman. Every scene you heard today was improvised on the spot, believe it or not, along with some of the ads with only a light touch of editing for your comfort. If you're loving what we're doing, pause real quick and write a 5-star review that's not chuggy before you close the app, and tell a friend about us. If you want to submit your own question for the show, even though we didn't use it tonight, send us a private message or tag us on Instagram, Facebook, or even Threads. We're making that happen. You can also email us at contact@superlegitpod.com. Tonight's regular cast included Josh Spence and Chris Compton, and no guest, because this is just a fearsome foursome tonight.
Ooh, I like that. Alliterative.
Yeah, I like alliteration.
Well, thank you all for joining me in this fearsome foursome. In various stages of facial hair. It's almost like there's a progression map here across our faces. I like it.
And we know why Chris Sanders couldn't be here tonight, right? So we can all just say that we're proud of his work, right?
Yes. Whatever it is that the audience doesn't know.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We love you, buddy.
Yeah. And thus concludes the Mustache Report.
I'm so glad the Bobs are getting work.
I don't believe anything's on all my time. I kicked the door on its hinges just so I could move on. Oh,
Wait. Hey, Jet.
Wait, what's up?
Jet.
What's up, Josh?
Hey, I know everybody took a shit on me at that last scene and everything, but my mustache is cool, right? I don't look like an overweight Bob Belcher from Bob's Burgers, right?
No, buddy. You absolutely don't, especially because you're losing all that weight.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I look like an that was his Diamond's cat? Never mind. Let's end this bit.
Please.